My name is Matthew Hanley, and I'm presenting the Finsposure protocol. Current financial institutions have numerous drawbacks that are hurting consumers. Nearly 5% of U.S. households are unbanked, with nobody in the home having a checking or savings account. There is a significant lack of transparency regarding the fees, interest rates, and more, causing confusion to customers. Financial institutions alone control and validate transactions, which results in a lack of privacy and reduced security. Additionally, financial institutions offer extremely low interest rates that are far inferior compared to the large inflation rate. Finsposure is a decentralized lending protocol that greatly incentivizes consumers who deposit liquidity. Finsposure aims to assist consumers with building their portfolios and achieving their financial goals. By attempting to remove financial institutions' control, consumers can engage within Finsposure with greater transparency and security within a decentralized and permissionless framework. Additionally, Finsposure offers significant rewards compared to traditional savings accounts. The consumer-focused framework that Finsposure boasts is a great resource for consumers to fight back against inflation and grow their financial portfolios. Finsposure was created to offer consumers loans that they can utilize for greater returns on their existing assets. Finsposure offers loans to all consumers, regardless of their banking status, and allows consumers to earn greater returns on their existing assets to assist in their financial goals. Finsposure also educates customers on the traditional financial system and tries to give freedom back to the consumer. Given the large risk tolerance that younger investors tend to boast, this protocol is best suited for riskier investors closer to the age of 18 compared to 50. However, all consumers can utilize proper risk management to effectively use Finsposure. Finsposure can be considered a modern lending platform, and consumers must be technically savvy with cryptocurrency and digital investments. Men in the United States were nearly 3 times more likely to own crypto compared to their female counterparts. Finsposure allows consumers to earn additional income on top of their existing investment positions. By borrowing cash against their positions, consumers can invest a maximum of 140% of their deposited assets. With proper risk management, consumers can passively earn at least 1% on their uninvested cash, invest in bonds, or invest in riskier assets that can net greater returns. Finsposure can also diversify portfolios, where consumers can borrow money against their position to invest in a competitor's stock or a different sector altogether. Consumers have the freedom of investing 140% of their portfolio to allow them to reach their investment goals. Consumers are only charged 4% of their original deposit in exchange for 40% of the deposited value. Finsposure is also completely decentralized, offering transparency and efficiency that is impossible to integrate within the traditional standards. Social media will be a key avenue to reaching consumers. Advertising campaigns that are specifically targeted towards consumers who invest will have the greatest outcome. Some examples include YouTube advertisements on channels that are investment focused, and Twitter advertisements for consumers who engage with investings or savings posts frequently. The initial campaign will offer consumers reduced fees, so Finsposure can boast the amount of money safely stored. This metric is key to increasing trust for older generations who would also enjoy the service. Finsposure will also advertise through existing cryptocurrency forums and channels. Consumers will also be updated with newsletters and updates. Finsposure's document will educate consumers on the potential risks and benefits through the unique loan platform. A secondary support email will be created for unique cases that require additional assistance. Additionally, an AI chatbot will be used for immediate response and assistance. Finsposure has 3 primary revenue streams. The first is a flat 4% fee on the original amount deposited, then an additional 10% fee upon liquidation, and finally subscription fees that offer additional assets to be deposited within the program. The minimal fees assures that consumers are able to generate profits beyond the fees, and proper risk management nearly negates the possibility of consumers being liquidated. Finsposure requires a vast amount of liquidity, a strong IP, and advanced technological infrastructure that blends decentralized assets within a traditional framework, legal and compliance personnel to ensure KYC laws are followed, a very secure data storage environment, and partnerships with liquidity providers and investment applications. Implementing KYC and proficient tax records is vital for the success of Finsposure. Finsposure collects vital consumer information such as their social security number and driver's license, and/or state ID for appropriate Know Your Customer laws. Finsposure must be completely custom developed, with constant updates to be offered for better user experience and greater security. Acquiring customers and integrating valuable partners within Finsposure is also required for the protocol to succeed. Smart contracts can be used to collect a percentage of the fee and ensure that the liquidity of the initial deposit is secured and protected from the business standpoint. Partnerships with cryptocurrency exchanges such as Coinbase will be vital to ensure that Finsposure has liquidity. A partnership with Coinbase is symbiotic, by Coinbase collecting at 25% of the fee, from cryptocurrency loans and increasing the amount of assets within their business. Additionally, the partnership allows Finsposure to offer loans to consumers. Separate partnerships with financial institutions and investing applications such as Robinhood are required to offer loans against stocks and ETFs. In exchange for the assistance that Robinhood offers, they will receive a portion of the subscription fees earned and have additional liquidity deposited into their business. Finally, a partnership with the compliance team is required to ensure that all regulations and laws are followed. Finsposure's cost structure covers storage and security costs, development costs, partnership fees, customer acquisition costs, and customer support expenses. Storage decentrally stores and secures data for an extremely low cost compared to AWS, with the added benefit of being decentralized. Finsposure also utilizes AWS as a backup server. One developer is required on payroll with a salary of $100,000 per year. Finsposure is a unique decentralized platform that allows users to borrow against their financial assets, such as Bitcoin and stocks or ETFs. A strong fintech architecture is required to ensure a seamless user experience, secure data properly, and reinforces the power of decentralization. The technology offered within Finsposure's fintech architecture greatly enhances operational efficiency by automating the lending process and dismissing the traditional manual intervention required. The unique yet simple customer service is paired with educational information and is made widely available for all consumers. Additionally, Finsposure is infinitely scalable and utilizes decentralized storage to ensure data security for both the consumer and the organization. Combining traditional technology with Web3 is a very difficult task and requires numerous APIs and a solid infrastructure for it to succeed. Each of these APIs are required for Finsposure to succeed. Specific APIs enable the success of the platform and ensure at least a 99.9% uptime. Due to the decentralized nature of the service, there is no limitation to scalability. Storage solves any security issues by offering up-to-date security measures, and data is stored decentrally across hundreds of nodes. Finsposure requires this unique combination of these APIs so consumers can seamlessly borrow and invest their loans. Finsposure utilizes APIs to receive both Web3 and Web2 assets, offer loans to consumers, and send the assets back to the user once the loan is repaid. The APIs are required to integrate the platform with financial markets and allow users to access asset prices immediately. Consumers can utilize Coinbase and Robinhood's API to send their assets to the platform and receive a loan against their assets. Consumers can also access asset data in real time and chart their assets using the TradingView API. Through the Notification API, consumers can be made aware of price changes or if they are nearing liquidation prices, and they can deposit fiat currency through the Bank Account API. All data within Finsposure will be stored within Storage, a decentralized storage protocol. This data will be used to create customized advertisements that specifically target the largest customer segment. For example, if younger males in the eastern region of the United States are the most prominent consumer segment, advertisements will specifically cater to that demographic while expanding the region to attract new customers. Additionally, data collected can provide personalized interactions to consumers that are facing liquidations to ensure customer satisfaction within the program. Key technologies include the blockchain, smart contracts, and APIs. With this unique combination of technologies, Finsposure can offer a fantastic lending experience that aims to increase consumers' financial portfolio. Blockchain technology and smart contracts are built on trust, transparency, and security, which directly aligns with Finsposure's mission statement. Finsposure is a completely unique service that does not have any competitors. The decentralized nature of Finsposure paired with several unique APIs allows the protocol to reward consumers additional benefits compared to traditional banks. By utilizing API technology, Finsposure also encourages consumers to view and chart their assets within the application, compared to using several applications to track their portfolios. Finsposure will create unique search engine optimized content that revolves around cryptocurrency, stock and ETF investments, financial literacy, and borrowing and lending. Using specific keywords and hashtags such as DeFi, loans, and investing, niche customer segments will be targeted. Additionally, a referral system will be introduced to offer discounted fees for the first deposit. The paid strategy involves advertisements on Google and Twitter across users that have a historical interest in cryptocurrency and finance as a whole. For example, partnering with financial YouTubers and offering a unique referral code with a slight kickback towards the creator. Additionally, paid advertisements and partnerships from existing cryptocurrencies and influencers that focus on investment content. The service is attempting to secure high-value leads. Within this segment, high-value leads consist of risk-friendly male cryptocurrency investors that want to accept a loan of $100,000 or more. These leads are what's going to generate the largest revenue for the service. Low-value leads consist of smaller cryptocurrency investors who are risk-averse with less than $1,000 of assets. The organic strategy helps Finsposure establish credibility within the fintech and decentralized finance space, while slowly growing the number of consumers. The paid search strategy attracts new customers from a broader range of audiences and creates value through partnerships with various cryptocurrencies and their respective communities. The primary customer segment is male crypto investors aged 18 to 54. Together, these strategies prioritize the growth of the service without tarnishing the user experience or Platinum's mission statement. Natural language processing is used to analyze customer content behavior. With this information, Finsposure can offer personalized suggested loan utilization rates to avoid liquidations. AI predictive analytics are used to score customer segments. Within advertisements, the model will target the best consumer segment that will lead to the largest conversion rates. Generative AI is also used in marketing campaigns to create unique content that showcases the benefits of Finsposure. Initially, the service is aiming for 100 organic impressions per day, slowly increasing up to 500. The service is also expecting 250 paid impressions initially, ramping up to more than 1,000 daily impressions. The service is also expecting a bounce rate of 50%, with a conservative conversion rate of 2% for utilizing the loans and 4% for account registrations. A/B testing will be used to compare differing marketing campaigns and determine which is the most effective. Also, adjusting marketing strategies and platforms to increase performance and optimize campaign ROI. This will be used by utilizing existing insights to offer a better user experience, increased conversion rates, and aligned with audience preferences. AI predictive analytics will be used to determine the future success of advertisements. Generative AI can be introduced in several ways to enhance customer engagement and conversion rates. With the example of AI chatbots, consumers can immediately receive answers to their questions and will receive direct support through the loan process. Another example is predictive analytics, where personalized loan suggestions can be offered to consumers based on their financial history. Generative AI can also create dynamic social media posts that change to cater to different customer segments. Each of these integrations focus on the customer experience and engagement and ensure a seamless transition from a lead to a customer. AI chatbots can be used to offer immediate support for consumers and assist them along the loan process. The chatbots will be trained with educational information to ensure that customers are not misled. AI chatbots are widely used across the financial industry due to a more cost-effective and efficient alternative to traditional customer support. The AI chatbots will collect user interactions, which can be classified into segments. Data also includes user preferences and potential leads. AI predictive analytics can collect the user's financial history from Coinbase and Robinhood and offer personalized loan utilization rates. If a consumer has a very large risk tolerance and often loses money on their investments, the service will automatically suggest a lower loan utilization rate to protect the consumer against liquidations. Generative AI can be used to create dynamic content for marketing. Advertisements can be tweaked to reach different audiences based on the content. Additionally, generative AI can automatically generate social media posts that promote Finsposure's unique applications and benefits to consumers. Integrating AI can be a very resource-intensive project. A potential mitigation is to utilize or build off of open source software, or within the example of chatbots, paying for a subscription to use the chatbot in a business setting. Model bias within AI can incorrectly create poor-performing social media posts repeatedly without learning from previous mistakes. Some solutions to model bias is to extensively train each model and constantly update and audit models to ensure that they are working as intended. Some of Stripe's advantages include a customizable checkout experience, QR code payments, and 24/7 customer support. The disadvantages include an extra fee for internal transactions, 7 to 14 days for deposit, and no crypto payments. Square's advantages include no fees for internal transactions, QR code payments, and it has the cheapest fees. Disadvantages include no 24/7 customer support, a monthly fee is required, and there's no crypto payments. PayPal's advantages include crypto payments, QR code payments, and instant deposits. The disadvantages include a monthly fee is required to accept additional credit cards, no 24/7 customer support, and extra fees for internal transactions. PayPal is the best payment option because they allow cryptocurrency transactions, which closely aligns with Finsposure's service. Additionally, PayPal is very popular and provides a great user interface. When pairing with the subscription API, consumers can use PayPal as the payment method for their monthly subscriptions. PayPal's API and a subscription service needs to be integrated within the service. Initially, a sandbox environment should be utilized to ensure that all functionalities are working properly while securing users' private information. Once the initial sandbox testing is complete, storage is introduced to decentrally store all user information. Finally, all information must be sent through storage into the backup centralized server. Then, a final sandbox testing is introduced before confirming to the production environment. Once all the new APIs are on production level, consumers can utilize the service. Core technologies within Finsposure include the customized decentralized application, MetaMask API, PayPal API, storage decentralized storage, ERP, the website, centralized data backup, and several partnerships. Finsposure will require around $95,000 to completely develop and integrate all APIs. A unique user interface is implemented that guides consumers on how to deposit liquidity and includes the chatbot and generative AI to create customized user profiles for each user. The cost for a user submitting KYC through storage, then the centralized backup server through AWS, paying for a monthly subscription through PayPal, and asking ChatGPT 2 questions is 4.5 cents. With the average consumer depositing $3,000 in liquidity, 75% of consumers subscribing for $10 a month to use additional cryptocurrencies, and 15% of consumers paying a $30 per month subscription to use stocks and ETFs, Finsposure's first-year ROI is greater than 498% after development costs, assuming the goal of 3,000 users is accomplished. Finsposure contains both developed and purchased technology solutions. The core platform, website, and liquidity loans will be developed. By building upon open-source platforms, Finsposure can create a competitive advantage by adding additional services with reduced fees. Email and social media marketing services, as well as payment processing methods, will be utilized through standard APIs and frameworks to align with federal regulations. These solutions can be purchased and implemented into the business hastily. Finsposure requires high-grade cybersecurity for consumers' private information, payment processing platforms, a decentralized database with a centralized backup, web hosting, email and social media marketing platforms, ERP for accounting, numerous APIs including PayPal, Robinhood, Coinbase, bank account, MetaMask, and more. Each of these external solutions were selected based on their compatibility and scalability within Finsposure. The payment processing platform is intertwined within ERP and the decentralized and centralized databases. With this setup, Finsposure has extremely scalable solutions that also assist with fraud detection and prevention. Ongoing maintenance is required for both external and developed solutions. Frequent updates and security upgrades are constantly required, along with the subscription fees for specific services related to the solution. Finsposure is anticipated to require around $1,500 a month in recurring maintenance costs, including subscriptions and hosting fees. PayPal and the subscription API enables consumers to subscribe to the multiple tiers that Finsposure offers. Additionally, PayPal or the bank account API can be used to lower the loan liquidation ratio. Email and social media marketing is not core to Finsposure, so this technology can be purchased in order to prioritize Finsposure development. ERP is also crucial for accounting purposes and is directly linked with the centralized backup storage. With a low cost per user per month of around 4.5 cents, Finsposure is a very agile business that has a very minimal overhead after the project is developed. The 4% deposit fee is the perfect balance because consumers can invest their newly acquired capital as uninvested cash on popular investment apps and earn 5% interest rates, ensuring that the consumer is always profitable. The 10% liquidation fee is primarily in place to discourage consumers from recklessly utilizing leverage. Without a harsh punishment in place for liquidating, consumers could cause harm to their own financial portfolios. The $10 additional cryptocurrency subscription is purposely intended to be a more cost-effective solution to keep liquidity within the Web3 scene. The $30 a month subscription is to ensure that Finsposure generates a great ROI per customer to transfer liquidity from different financial markets. The marketing and sales strategy largely revolves around social media and partnerships from various cryptocurrency communities. Consumers who find the service organically through social media will be offered discounted deposit fees through unique customer codes and can further reduce their deposit fees through a referral system. Consumers who find the service through a cryptocurrency partnership will be allowed to deposit liquidity without paying the additional $10 per month subscription fee for a limited time due to the partnership. Finsposure naturally has a very high retention rate due to traditional and cryptocurrency markets exceeding past 10% a year returns. The longer a consumer uses Finsposure, the greater their return on investment will be. The primary KPIs will be impressions, including paid and organic, bounce rates, lead quality score, and conversion rates. Each of these metrics focus on the reach that Finsposure has and ensure that the business is effectively targeting the correct audience. Each feature was specifically selected to appeal towards riskier investors who are aiming to earn more out of financial markets. Considering how popular leverage trading is, both in traditional and cryptocurrency markets, Finsposure solves a demand while limiting the potential losses that consumers can experience by only allowing up to 1.4 times leverage. All of the technology is currently available and even utilized within Web3. However, there are fees and limitations that preclude the service from being allowed both in cryptocurrency and stock markets. After the release of Finsposure in Q2 2024, the first new feature will be released in Q3 2024. The feature aims to further secure consumers' cryptocurrencies by adding additional factor authentications and ensuring that the consumer is always aware of their decisions. In Q4 2024, Finsposure will be adding new cryptocurrencies to loan against. In Q1 2025, consumers may request to borrow a larger amount of their deposited assets. With this suggestion, Finsposure can offer up to 50, 60, or even 70% loans against borrowed assets for a greater fee compared to the 40% loan category. Finsposure will always incorporate consumer feedback into future decisions, whether criticism or feature suggestions. Ensuring that the average consumer is satisfied with the service is the most important. The largest market shift that Finsposure can encounter is a severe downturn in the market. Finsposure can easily adapt to bear markets by offering consumers a favorable interest rate on uninvested cash. Crowdfunding is not a useful source of funding for Finsposure. Consumers would be upset with funding a project and then paying additional fees to utilize the service. Additionally, there would not be enough liquidity to make the service successful. Bootstrapping is also not a good alternative to funding Finsposure due to the limited liquidity that will be available for consumers to borrow from. Limiting how much consumers can borrow will dismiss the potential of the service. Venture capital is the best route for Finsposure to take. Venture capital funding ensures that Finsposure will have the funds required to develop the service and have large pools of liquidity available for consumers. Finsposure is aiming to raise $1 million in exchange for 10% equity for a seed round valuation of $10 million. After all development costs, Finsposure will have $905,000 available for unplanned circumstances and liquidity for consumers to borrow from. Venture capital funding also aligns with Finsposure's goal of ensuring that the consumer is always profitable as a result of the service.